Signifying perhaps he also wants to do a similar thing he was trying to do on Gold Rush, just wall and take it into like a faster castle age. I'm not quite sure. Viper is Franks though, picking up Loom. He's at 19 pop, going up. Franks to get that berry bonus, so he's going to be having a nice food income there. Come feudal, free farm upgrades, going to be pretty nice as well. I think he pushed a deer, or is he going straight for the scouting? No, he didn't push any of the deer. He went straight for scouting. Did he go steal a sheep? Yes, he did. So ACM is down a sheep, but ACCM is picking up Loom now and going up to the next stage with one more villager. So he'll have not the worst uptime, but it's looking like scouts for both parties. ACM's got some gold at the front. It is kind of in between two wood lines, so maybe he walls or makes his production buildings in front of that gold, and it shouldn't be too bad. Like, he does have nice wood lines to wall too, so he should get that done. Viper, on the other hand, his gold's in the back and his berries is behind a wood line, so I like his map. Pushing the deer now, and ACCM discovering the wood lines, found the berries, will find the main gold, knows where he's going to want to attack for sure. But Vipey building his racks now, feeling fine. So spears are going to be nice for the Byzantine player because they are 25% discounted. But Franks, with that faster timing, should have a little bit of an advantage. But Viper hasn't been walling at all. So I don't know if he's going to rely on small walls or invest a lot in feudal walling.
I'm pretty concerned about ACCM walling this late, actually. Like, I feel like ACCM probably should have walled a bit earlier. He made this weird wall in the back, and then he didn't really follow it up with anything. Yeah, exactly. So I don't even know why he would have had a villager over there. But anyways, he walled weird, and then he didn't really make any more. Now ACCM might just go for like spear defense with walls. We'll see if he gets the stable here. Looks like he is gonna get it, but honestly, maybe a little unnecessary as the Byzantines. Like, you can just get your walls up and defend the spears.
I would have liked the racks, I think, in front of the gold a little bit more.
Yeah, true.
More useful in that regard. But he's building a spear over there, so it's all right. Now, Viper, again, with the Frank scouts, will have a little bit extra HP built in, and he's just finished pushing the last of his deer. I think there's one villager at the back that's going to be walling now, so he's also pretty late to the walling game. But his walls look a little bit more well thought out as he's house walling here from woodline to woodline. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, Viper's front is going to be pretty defended. And the thing is that as the Franks player in this matchup, you probably don't need to wall really all that much. So we're not seeing any palisades from Viper. So he's not wasting any of the wood. Like, he will use the houses eventually anyways. So it's pretty good. And is ACCM going to get his wall up in time if he is a little slow here? Now Viper turned around. ACCM will get this wall up just barely in time.
He will get that up. But I like, what do you think of Viper adding range here?
Yeah, it's pretty good because, well, if you're up against walls, and if ACCM did just decide to go spear defense, then he's going to be susceptible to a range follow-up. But since ACCM did go for the scouts, he's going to maybe be able to pick off archers coming forward, potentially. Probably not against Viper, but it could happen. And, yeah, I mean, just having a little bit more map presence with the scouts, ACCM will be able to scout the archers.
Viper's not on gold. Okay, I was gonna say he's making a skirmisher. I'm like, no, it's a misclick. He's making archers now, but he does need to go on gold for sure. Also, this villager probably needs to go back into the base. I'm looking at ACCM's resources though, and his berries aren't going to be able to be harassed by archers. And his woodline here, he's got one that's super safe, and the gold is far away from the palisade as well. So I think if he's able to successfully keep the archers out, his economy shouldn't be in too many shambles. But Viper, yeah, continuing his non-palisade wall, and it's looking pretty nice. But this is quite a hefty, defty wood investment into houses. Think you not?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he needs the houses yet, so it is a pretty big investment. And looking at the farm count, ACCM up to 10 farms now. Viper only on 4 farms, so a lot of that is just due to making extra houses, making the range, making this blacksmith. So Viper feels like he wants to do damage in feudal, but against a fully walled Byzantines, is he going to be able to really get in?
Yeah,
Like
because Byzantine Palisades have a little bit more HP. In fact, all the buildings have more HP, and now ACM is adding a range probably for some skirmishers. And why not? They're 25% off.
And he's hiding the range as well. He's hiding the range, so he wants Viper to invest a ton into feudal military, only for some skirmishers to show up at the last second and just completely thwart it. So, yeah, good play to hide the range. Obviously, having the range on the front as part of the wall, it strengthens the wall, but hiding the range just makes it so that Viper doesn't get information, and having information is the name of the game at high level.
For sure. And you know what? ACCM, also as Byzantines, gets Town Watch for free, so why not? He's going to see where the enemy is a little bit earlier. Oh, two scouts.
Well, he's going to show the skirmisher anyways, but whatever. Well, Viper knows about the skirmishers now, so whatever. Anyways, he will be okay with the skirmisher, although without fletching, the skirmisher isn't really going to be as useful here.
Forcing house walls here for ACCM, but he's going to need them eventually at some point in time, so it's something. And now Viper's just trying to finish up his walls with palisades and has to defend that Ville with some spears. But yeah, Viper's still actually going to be pumping out some archers. We thought maybe after seeing those skirms he would lay his foot off the gas pedal, but apparently not. And will ACCM continue to skirm it out?
Yeah, well, he's going to continue to make skirms for a little while, at least until he has enough to stop what Viper has. And, well, I mean, he stopped at 3, but once he gets upgrades, it'll be fine. And ACCM's going to look to go up to the Castle Age next. And same as Viper, though. I don't think either player are going to over-invest into feudal at this point. Like, they have whatever army they want. And, yeah, it's just time to go to the next age for both players.
So Viper, actually, interestingly enough, his secondary and tertiary gold resources are outside of his walls, and it's going to be the same thing for Mr. ACCM. So they both only have their first chunk there, but lots of good opportunities to be dropping town centers, lots of flatlands. Sometimes you do have like these annoying hills on your resources, and you can't drop a TC, but this is looking pretty flat. I mean, sure, this stone maybe not, but all things considered, I think we'll probably be able to drop town centers. And I think, yeah, we're gonna be booming, right?
Yeah, ACCM's gonna get a nice TC on the back wood line and gold that's in the back there. So I think that ACCM, he has the little bit better expansions, whereas Viper's wood and gold, I guess he could still make it on the wood and gold, but it's a little more awkward off to the side there. And
well, we're trying to get in it for Viper. Like, he's really like, but the skirmies get a scout kill. Feels good.
He targeted the weak one.
But ACM did a great job of holding on. Don't think he lost too many units. 2 to 4, 0 kill deaths for both parties. So yeah, we got 39 villagers. Castle Age pretty comparable between the players. A little bit more idle time for Viper though, so that's something to keep in mind. And I don't know if Viper has Town Watch, but if he does research it, that's another Ville advantage that ACM will get, because he gets it for free. And come Castle. Wait, Town Patrol is first and then Town Watch, or is it the other way around?
No, Town Watch first and then Town Patrol.
All right.
So we're seeing a second stable from Byzantine's ACCM, so maybe we're going to be seeing cheap camels, maybe we're going to be seeing knights, maybe we're going to be seeing a mix of both. Of course, Byzantines don't have bloodlines, so, you know, their knights aren't the greatest, but they are functional. And we're seeing armor from a Franks player, so we are going to be seeing Frank knights, who would have thought.
Well, I think we'll see some Byzantine camels then. I mean, I know the crossbows might be a little dissuasive to the camel play, but why not? They're cheap for ACCM. He can afford them. I like the camel edition, but definitely will need a solution for the crossbows. Defensive mangonels or defensive siege, I'm not the biggest fan of, but
could be okay though. ACCM is gearing up to adding 2 TCs. Well, both players kind of are as well. ACCM has the res for the TCs, so let's see what he does with his wood here. It's gonna be very telling. Just knights in the queue, +2 armor, and where are the TCs? He's not got Vills in position yet.
Okay, he's building first TC on the main gold. Viper building town center on the back wood line here. So they're going up pretty much at the exact same time. And yeah, there's going to be a beautiful house wall behind the palisade for ACCM, so these scouts won't be able to go in. And both are getting armor. So +2 4C armor for the Byzantine, and then +1 there for the Viper. But Viper now has crossbows with Botkin, and they are going to be pretty annoying. I do like the Monastery play from ACCM. Byzantine monks heal double as quickly, and converting some Frankie Knights will take it.
Yeah, these crossbowmen are still going to be a bit of an issue, but this is why ACCM's opening with the Knights, because he will actually be able to deal with the crossbowmen, unlike Camels. But yeah, of course, ACCM is tucked in his base. Same with Viper, though. Like, neither player wanting to go and take any kind of map with their TCs, just kind of stuck at home, which could lead to problems later. Of course, Viper's golds are they're kind of in the same area. Doesn't want to get denied.
First blood has been spilled here. I think the first economic death, those crossbows just got one.
Yep.
ACM tried to maybe wall behind with the market, but ACCM just wasn't able to get there in time, and now Viper is in. And ACCM's got a little bit of problems here, I think.
Yeah, well, I think that he'll be able to clean this up. Monk converting the weaker knight, though, because it was getting targeted. But yeah, ACCM will be able to clean all this up. No problems. It's going to lose a few more units, but it is all part of the plan.
But the problem is, though, Viper's on 3 TCs now, and ACCM is still on just 2. So Viper will be having a really nice villager lead. And ACCM, he's going to need to do some counter damage, or he's going to need to start building a third town center. And he has the resources for it. And I love that he pulled the weakest knight back to Papa.
Yeah, well, again, ACCM's kind of doing both. He added a third stable, but he's also adding the third TC. And he can't support 3 stable and 3 TC production right now, so it's just going to be, like, wasted resources on the third stable if he's not going to use it here. So maybe it was just a bait, because he did place that third TC in vision of Viper, so maybe Viper thinks an all-in's going to be coming, but instead it's going to be boom. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's definitely not the optimal play here. Now, are we going to see a conversion? Quick convert? No conversion.
No conversion, but you know what? ACCM, Viper is still with no wood upgrade. It's only got the feudal age upgrade, and it seems like this whole game, this whole tournament, people are just forgetting their eco upgrades. But hey, check it out. Viper is mining some stone here. Will we see those discounted Frankie castles? I think so.
Yeah, totally. At some point.
Yeah. But both are on stone right now, so ACCM building that town center on stone as well. So he wants to get the castle game. Okay, monks fighting for relics, trying to get those conversions. This is going to be an icky, sticky fight. Looks like Viper is in the advantage position here, so I think ACCM pulls out. Yeah. Run away, run away.
Yeah, 2 monks for a couple of camels is okay. And there's some scouts coming in from behind. This is going to be tricky micro for ACCM. Let's see if he can pull it off.
I'm telling you, this game, if you have a child like mine, pulling out, coming in from behind, what do you want? What are people going to think if they just tune in?
Well,
they've never seen this game before. Absolute filth. Okay, but we do have a market here for ACCM. I'm not sure what res he wants to sell or whatnot, or if he just wants to have it down just to have it, because right now he has nothing. He's poor.
Yeah, exactly. The market is a little bit of a strange play here, but you know, I'm sure he'll use it eventually. Both players fighting. Both players having a few weak units, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how this fight's going to go, but it looks like it's in ACCM's favor, though. And Viper, I mean, it's a bit of a wash. I think both players are going to lose this fight, but ACCM coming out slightly ahead, just based on the numbers here.
I think ACCM actually, like, is this enough to snowball, though? Because now it's 14-5 military units. But Viper's doubling down with a second monastery here, and monks could be the play. Byzantine player maybe adding in a couple of scouts to deal with those monks might be on the horizon, but what do you think of a forward siege workshop right now from ACCM?
I don't think it's good.
I kind of like this idea.
I don't know. I think it's too aggressive. I think it's better to just play for the late game at this point. Like, it's just Viper's, he's pretty much full boomed. He's gonna have a castle. He's got monks. Like, I don't know what he's gonna accomplish with the siege workshop. Maybe he kills a stable. Maybe he kills 2 stables. I don't know. But Viper's just gonna defend with the monks. I think it'll be fine. So this siege workshop does give him map control, though. So it could be okay for that.
I liked it. ACCM liked it. 2 versus 1.
Yeah, we'll see if it ends up working out. ACCM also liked the Siege Tower on Arena, and that didn't really work out for him, so I don't know.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
But anyways, we're seeing Heavy Plow and Wheelbarrow, so ACCM focusing a little bit on the eco. Viper slightly ahead in eco, but not too ahead. And as you were saying, he doesn't have Bowsaw Viper, so it's not really the biggest deal.
Yeah, but he is picking up pikes, which will be nice versus the camels. 14 of them here. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as you can see, like, ACCM didn't even use the Siege Workshop. He went for it just to kind of get the map control, get the illusion that he's going to attack, and then he just didn't use it.
There.
So
but I mean, Viper doesn't even see the Siege Workshop, so he doesn't even know what could be coming. But yeah, Viper with 13 on stone, 900 in the bank. This man can be putting castles on every corner.
Yep. So Viper defending his side. That's good. Now ACCM getting husbandry and forging. So that tells me that he's not in any rush to get up to Imperial Age. But with Byzantines, they can get up really quickly.
33% discount.
Yeah.
Really
And
nice.
look at this monk deck. We've got Atonement. So that's gonna catch Viper by surprise, actually. Like, there's no way Viper is gonna predict that Atonement is gonna be in. And these two monks, if they can get conversions.
What's the price of Atonement?
It's 325 gold, so it's really expensive. Like, actually
just
crazy.
Gold?
Yeah, it's just gold. The only food costing thing is faith in the monastery. Everything else is gold.
I see.
But
well, I like how we had 2 skirmishers defending a relic here, but Viper just sends 1 scout over and he's gonna grab the 3rd relic for him. So he's doing a great job collecting those. Yep. Okay, well, with 11 on stone, do you think ACM is going to be in a position to build a forward castle? Because Viper is imping right now. He'll be there in 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and building a second castle right now.
A forward castle is not really the greatest for ACCM because Viper is up earlier again. So, like, ACCM invested into forging, husbandry, all these other upgrades. He's getting crossbones. So ACCM's imp timing is too slow if he wants to go for a forward castle, I think. Unless he can deny this castle, I guess it could be okay.
He's doing? He's got the mangonel there. And he also has a couple of pikes of his own. Maybe at some point he'll add, if he's adding another mangonel, I think maybe that scorpion to deal with the pikes might be also very nice. But yeah, ACCM will be clicking up to the next stage soon. We just need to deal with these 4 monks, because if they get conversions, they can potentially kill the mango and then be sad.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation for both players, actually. Franks, they don't have redemption, so they're not really able to actually push the mangonels back with redemption. Viper picking off a monk on the back line there.
If the castle oh, hold on, there's another mangonel coming, but if the castle foundation falls, then that's going to be a little bit of a bummer situation for the Viper, but he still has enough stone for like 2 more castles almost. Yeah. And he's going to be an imp in 10 seconds, so that's something. But beautiful scouts from behind are going to clean this up, no problem. And the monastery very close to death as well. I like that we attacked the monastery with no relics this time. But
yeah, well, huge play by Viper to ungarrison those scouts and kill the monks. Because, yeah, that hurt a lot. ACCM was thinking about going for a forward castle, and he saw that Viper was up, and he was like, nope. And he gets right out of there and builds the castle a little further back. That's going to delay Viper from going across the map. But yeah, this game is going to stabilize. Basically, ACCM kind of throwing his camels here, but Viper is on pikes.
Between the pikes and the monks converting, it's going to be a little bit
Viper tried to block the camels with the stand ground knights, but they weren't quite positioned correctly. But anyways, ACCM is going to be up, and he's going to switch into arbalesters. I think he made the crossbow upgrade too early, though. Like, he could have gone up to imp way earlier if ACCM just... I don't know, he just kind of made too many upgrades, and he's getting up a little later, but it's not going to matter too much.
He's making a lot of ranges, so I like this. He's committing to it. That means we'll probably see a university, and chemistry is going to be... Oh yeah, here's the university, and chemistry is going to be really nice. Both have access to bombard cannons, so I think those are going to be a must in this game. Obviously, Byzantines with that extra HP on their castles are going to be profiting big time from any like Treb wars and stuff like that. You have a little bit more time to... defend, which is always nice. But look at Viper's castles. Like, he's building a 3rd and 4th one right now on lots of beautiful hills. He's setting up some stables for the raids here, and with his villager count, he looks pretty boomed. You know, 120 villagers, 80 military. Seems like pretty good ratios to me.
Yeah, it's looking good kind of for both players, except for that Viper has 3 relics. So Viper is a little more set up for the late game. And yeah, I mean, the castle in the east protecting the neutral gold and the stone. Viper just trying to take those neutral resources sooner rather than later, while Viper has the map control, because Franks is really good in early Imperial Age as well with that Cavalier timing, stuff like that. And well, Franks does have siege engineers, so their bombard cannon is going to have the 1 extra range over Byzantines, who do not get siege engineers. And we're seeing heavy camel come in for ACCM as his opening. So he knows that he doesn't really need to upgrade these crossbowmen to still have them kill the pikemen. So he knows that the main threat is the cavalier. So he wants to get heavy camel out of the way first. And yeah, bit of a mistake for Viper to move out with these trebs. He's probably going to lose one of them. Maybe if ACCM micros a bit. Maybe.
Oh, there could have been some really good engagements here.
Yeah. Oh,
indeed,
Mangonel.
Mangonel goes down, but it killed, what, like 3, 4, 5 arbs, potentially. Well, they're still crossbows, but we do have Heavy Camel Rider coming in for ACCM. And that's going to be nice versus those Cavalier, because these are Frank Cavaliers, which means they don't just have regular HP. They have Frank bonus HP, which is nice.
Which is a lot, yeah. Exactly. They have...
Never mind. I thought the Cavalier Raid was going to do something, but Heavy Camel Riders cleaned it up, and now ACM has another defensive castle at home. Question, Cataphracts, yay, nay?
Nay. 100% nay in this situation. Cataphracts, maybe if the Franks player was going to go for Axemen for whatever reason, but yeah. Unless Axemen are on the field, probably not going to be that great. I think that as the Byzantines player, yeah, I mean, Arb Camel should just be able to deal with everything, so.
I'm just wondering why he's building all of his castles. I mean, yes, he has one kind of forward, but maybe just a defensive castle to defend his...
It's just defend against raids and stuff like that. It's good. Byzantines is a defensive civ, so if you can just defend, you can usually win in the late game just with superior economy, because you have crop rotation, you have 2-man saw, and just extra defense.
Yeah, like, well, Franks get crop rotation too, but ACCM's like, I get it as well, so there he goes.
Yeah.
Picking up crop rotation. Yeah. Is it even worth it? Like, I feel like isn't crop rotation pay off like very, very late?
Yeah, but
I love the raid from Viper here. Whew.
Yeah, the thing as Byzantines, the game will go very, very late, so it will pay off as Byzantines if you play Byzantine defensive style, which is what ACCM is doing here.
Bring up some good points here, but we have 2 trebs attacking a castle, so Viper loses his castle on the front here. And it's only a matter of time before those bombard cannons start being created. So I'm pretty sure chemistry is in, and there's a forward siege workshop. So hear me out. Bombard cannons could be beautiful to snipe those trebs. But yeah, those relics have been ejected from the monastery.
Yep, and ACCM has the forward position here, and he has the momentum. So Viper needs to just chill, get his upgrades, and take one good fight. And he might be able to take a good fight here. If the crossbowmen go down, they're not going to be able to kill the Halbs. The Cavalier are going to take out a few trebs here.
Oh yeah, they're going to get at 1, 2. I don't know if you saw in ACM's base here, there's a beautiful block of the university, but Viper still maintains to get in his 11 Cavaliers, and that's going to do a huge number on ACM's economy. But will Viper also lose his own villagers? The thing is, Cavalier do a little bit more damage than heavy camels, right?
Yeah, this is true. But like Viper lost his front, so he might end up losing the relics eventually. It's a little bit of a sketchy situation, and these Cavalier are a lot more expensive as well than the Byzantine army.
That's true. Even without bloodlines, I think like the heavy camel rider should get rid of a cavalier, right? Because it can take on a pally.
Oh yeah, they dominate. They dominate. Yeah. Well, they dominate the.
Oh, they dominate. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. They kill all. They kill all. Does ACCM see this castle on the side? Yeah, he does. So he's making a treb just to push back this eastern castle, and at the same time sending in crossbowmen under the TC, but. Well, Viper can't even garrison because the TC's dead now, so that's a good play here. And we see Arbalister coming in.
Look at the military count, 10 to 45. Ah.
Yeah, Viper's been just pushed back here, and Viper, he doesn't know what to do. He's gonna go paladins. He's making paladins against heavy camels. Like you know you're in a bad position when you have to make paladin against heavy camel. And Byzantines.
Do you think it should have been? What should it have been?
Yeah, well, Viper needed to end the game earlier. That's what it needed to be, because Byzantines just wins in the late game against Franks. So Viper needed to probably end the game in early Imperial Age or even earlier. But he sat back and boomed. And yeah, I mean, if you sit back and boom against Byzantines, Byzantines is eventually going to have the better army.
Well, I also like the fact that Viper is just getting some shorefish there with 5 ills, but it's looking pretty good for ACCM. He's picking up pikes as well, might as well, you know, they're cheap for the busies, and his population is looking pretty good, so he just needs to keep it at a solid 200, and he's in his element. He's got a beautiful army, 27 heavy camel riders, 11 arbs, 3 trebs, and a partridge in a pear tree. Look at him go. He's attacking the castle here, back at home. He's pushing, he just deleted a castle, destroyed it, going in for more kills. Who is this man? And
yeah, he is a beast.
No longer a man, he's an animal.
He's a beast. Yeah, ACCM, he's keeping up with Viper. I mean, this is looking like 3-3. Viper didn't have Bowsaw this entire game. He still doesn't, and that's just really hurting the economy. He's not quite able to get out what he needs. Only 1 relic for Viper right now, but look, ACCM is stealing the relic in the front, so ACCM is going to be doing a little heist here. Little Paladin raid, but, you know, how much is that going to do? How much is that really going to do?
Yeah, 17 tallies. Viper with 6 on gold, though, is not going to be able to replenish them as easily. And ACCM, well, he's out of gold himself, but there is still some gold here on Viper's corner to take. So maybe ACCM will be so bold and daring and grab some of those resources. But yeah, it's looking really nice for ACCM. Viper, can he deny these 3 trebs? Can he do something against them? I don't know.
Yeah, well, the castle's dead, so it doesn't really matter at that point. And the paladins get out of there. The camels tried to come and save, or like come back and deal with the paladins, but they both went around the different sides of the wood lines. They didn't end up meeting. But yeah, I mean, it's like halb and heavy camel against paladins.
It's a double counter. 6 trebs for ACCM as well. Ay, ay, ay. And now these trebs or camels, like, they don't care. They can just go duck under whatever they want. ACCM with the power play, grabbing both of Viper's golds, one with a mining camp, the other with the town center. Are you even going to profit from some of those farms there? Oh.
Yep. I think the Viper wins this fight, though. Yep. So ACCM has to be careful. He hasn't won the game yet.
Yeah, he has to be careful. I think these are going to be cleaned up. This could be the push that Viper needs to kind of get his poop together, because he still has a good eco. But I think ACCM is maybe overstepped a little bit, got a little cocky, but he's built a lot of Raxus forward, so he can replenish his army. And pikes are halbs, Byzantine halbs versus the pallies.
And yeah,
no problem.
ACCM able to keep up the military production, finishing up this game. Nice. That was a sick game.
Wow, ACCM here with the Byzantines.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Solid civ. I mean, a lot of it was stemming from Viper missing Bowsaw as well, though. So, yeah.
That's actually true. But hey, he still had 1k wood at the end, so it's not like he was limited by his wood in the last moments of the game. But obviously, there was a lot of built up to that. Yeah. Do I think Viper was favored to win? Yes. Do I think he will win? Not necessarily. ACCM, I think, has been playing like a beast lately. And I'm actually kind of hoping ACCM wins this one. Not that I don't like Viper, but because I kind of want some... because Viper won in the Grand Melee in these settings, so I kind of want ACCM too, you know?
Yeah. That'd be pretty epic. It could happen. I mean, we're going to game 7, so yeah, you never know.
Pallies, 94 heavy camel riders. Does this mean we're gonna see Ring of Reeds?
Yeah.
Turks versus Portuguese?
I think you called it, actually. You called it like 2 hours ago.
Okay, I'm so excited. But yeah, if you look at the stars all around, they're for ACCM, who played so well this game. Really nice defense. We were questioning that weird wall he did at the beginning, but no worries.
Yeah, it worked out for him, I guess, somehow.
Clicky clickies were had for Viper, but as we've seen, ACCM clicky-clickied in all of the correct places, and we're going to match point, boys.
Yeah.
Match point. Actually, did Atonement even come into play? Did you get any
Uh
conversions?
yeah. So he didn't get any conversions with Atonement, but what it did was it allowed ACCM to push the stables, whereas like Viper couldn't have his monk around to push the camels back. So ACCM was able to continue pressuring because of Atonement, because he
I'm
pushed
forgetting that
stuff
I'm like
back.
streaming and I'm doing stuff that I do like at home when no one sees. When I do my weird little dance. But I'm really excited to see Ring of Rings. Ah! Okay, sorry, I gotta calm down, but it's just been a long time in the coming, you know, and it's finally coming.
Yeah. Oh,
And
we're
you know, we're all up. Never mind. We had a brilliant attempt by the Franks, but Byzantines just a little sharper. So just like that, ACCM bringing it to game 7. I mean, hold on. If it's Bengalis, I'm gonna cry a little bit because I'm really hoping for Turks.
yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, it's gonna be. They only have like 2 civs left, right? So it's gonna be one or the other, right? Let's see. Wait.
If it's Saracens, Bengalis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Viper did pick a random civ Saracens. That's right. So, huh. Well,
I am gonna cry. We will shed real tears.
that'd be weird to use a random civ, but I mean, Saracen's not a bad civ though. But
It's not a bad civ, but I think, because Ring of Reed is kind of like a little bypassy, and I think we're going to be doing a lot of fighting for like the center area.